Dear boomers, did you know that you can change your life by simply elevating your emotions? First of all, to the gratitude that not only is your life right now, but the gratitude of a life that wants to come to you magnetically, usually through the heart. You energize your heart, and you which naturally energizes the brain. And this is a magnetic, and I mean magnetic, like a magnet, and it attracts all good things into your life. So this particular practice is inspired by Joe Dispenza, someone the reason it's his, you can read these sorts of things almost everywhere, but because Joe has formulated the elevation of gratitude, elevation of higher emotions, especially gratitude, that particular vibration is the great receiver. It wants to come to you because you have put it out into the universe. The gratitude that you have for your life and the life that has not yet come to you. So you have to understand elevated emotions, first of all. Um, First of all, love, joy, gratitude, inspiration, and compassion are all examples of the elevated emotions that we are hoping to bring into our hearts through breath, breathing in and breathing out. Love, joy, compassion, and gratitude. Breathing in, love, joy, compassion, and gratitude, and breathing out and sending it out to the universe to let the universe know that you love to be alive, that you love everything about your life, because that kind of enjoyment about what life has to offer you, and also the contribution that you offer life, it's a give and take. The universe wants you to love it, her. And, this is a very important message to send out there into the universe. When I think about the solar eclipse and that moment of totality and that very neat little light that came around the edges, which I did see through the clouds, it reminds me of that moment where all things are possible, that we are one with the universe, which can be a little terrifying because the universe is so huge. The galaxies are huge. It's not just about Earth, it's just about all of us. And these high frequency experiences and opportunities are drawn into our life. And now it's very important to look out for the opportunities that present themselves and will present themselves if you are conscious of recognizing the things that want to come to you and that you must not deny by doubt. Do not let doubt completely shield the life that you wish to live. It's very important that anytime you recognize doubt, a lowering of your energy fields, a depletion. Well, if you feel depleted, I would lay down and breathe for sure. Depletion and doubt are emotions that have no place in our lives anymore. We need to have gratitude moments every day. I like 3 or 4 times a day, and also be the moment that you wake up and the moment that you go to sleep. You have these gratitude moments where you are bringing to you into your heart the life that you know is coming to you. What are your visualizations for the future? And what is it that you want to bring into your heart to manifest? So let's do a little exercise. Let's sit down in a very relaxed mood. Another thing, relaxation is the key to all of this. You can't do this in a heightened sense of stress, cortisol sort of surging through your body. You have to relax and immediately bring that relaxation into this practice that we're about to do. So close your eyes and focus on your breath, the in and the out, the in in, the out, and you might as well focus that breath coming through the heart and going out into the universe, coming into your heart and going out into the universe. And that naturally aligns the brain, getting rid of all that cortisol and all those fleeting, unnecessary negative thoughts. In fact, it might even stop thinking altogether, which is actually quite a relief if you can do it. And there's no reason why you can't. And so relive the moment in your life during this breathing when you felt the most gratitude, when you felt the most love, and when you felt the most compassion for another human being or a wounded bird or a dog that is dying in your arms or your beautiful people that are leaving this planet, and you have had the opportunity to be with them at their moment of transition. Notice their exhale. As similarly, when you're with a newborn baby, the moment that they breathe, it is an inhale. At death, it's an exhale. But remember, if you can be with a person who is dying without feeling the overwhelming grief and instead feel the joy of them making that transition, that will be so much more helpful than thinking that this is just the worst thing that has ever happened and you'll never see them again. And if you believe you're never going to see somebody again, they're actually coming to you, like knocking at the door. Open the door, and you refuse to do it because you don't believe in it. You have doubt. You have reservations about the fact that they love you and they want to contact you. So relive the moment in your life when you felt the most gratitude, the most love, the most compassion, and notice how your body feels as you relive this experience. And as long as it takes, dwell in that memory. Feel the warmth and the openness and the love and the joy that actually always accompanies gratitude. Now, believe it or not, this is not just some airy fairy experience or exercise. There's a science behind these exercises. So, in other words, when we do this elevation of emotions, we are creating a coherent, loving field in the heart and the brain that is aligned with each other. And when you align these energies together, you're actually aligning everybody you meet in the world with that kind of energy. And the coherence that this kind of exercise can do for you and your body has um, not only impacts your health and it impacts your body and your mind and your soul, but it also impacts the environment in which you live. And it's hard to know exactly how that happens, but the fact that when you do these exercises and you feel that your inner state is changing, your inner feelings may have been a little chaotic before you started this exercise, but when you feel a sense of wholeness as a result of doing these exercises, that is a practical application of this wonderful thing that you should be doing morning, evening, and night. Morning, 3 times a day, and night, and in your dreams. Do it all the time because you are worth it. And it can be done all the time, actually. So, by practicing these higher elevated emotions consciously every day, what happens is that every day becomes a new life. You are not only changing your life, you're not only changing your mind, you are changing everything about it, but you have to keep doing it. You can't just stop doing it because then you will reverse the frequencies. And now it might, if you don't do it for a day, you might notice the radiance of the day before still working, and it might work for a while, but you have to practice. You have to be conscious. You have to be conscious of every thought that you think. You have to be conscious of everything you say to each other. You have to be conscious of the doubts that you may have and transform those doubts into higher frequencies of love, 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 forgiveness, forgiveness, forgiveness. And you have to be aware at all times. Be aware of all times. I did a little exercise where I was looking over some a few people that I find to be difficult. And what I found to be common amongst them all is that they're a little passive aggressive. They don't know how to communicate in a loving, purposeful way. And the opposite of passive aggression for me is active compassion. So I would rather be actively compassionate to actually be the barrier to people who are passive aggressive, because there are so many who are, they blame, poor me, I'm a victim, you can't do enough for me because I do everything and blah blah blah. Don't react to them. Look at them act with active compassion. That's my little tip for today. Please subscribe to my channel. Thank you. And I'm actually experimenting with a new streaming service in preparation for my show with Will Johnson on the 22nd of April. I'm hoping to understand how to bring him on to this particular arena. I imagine I'll be here and he'll be there, and we're going to discuss the use of cannabis in meditation, a controversial topic amongst people who practice Zen, but we love controversy. We like to discuss things that aren't that comfortable, and he will have a blast coming onto the show. Love to all. Please subscribe. Bye-bye.